Okay, so a bit of a different video today. There's not going to be a main topic, I guess, but there'll be a lot of tips along the way. A couple of just stuff going on. Just stick around, let's get into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. As I said at the start of the video, there's going to be heaps of different things going on today. Going to fix up a couple of spots where I'm pretty sure it's slugs have got up and left little dirt mounds everywhere. I'm going to do some mowing today, going to fix that bare spot out the front. Going to weed these garden beds. I'll talk about how that slasher worked as well, that organic weed killer. We're just going to get into some stuff, so we'll just kick it off with looking at these spots where the slugs have been getting up. Anyone else had this issue lately? I'll show you. Anybody else getting these nasty looking spots everywhere? It's really bad wherever the shade is the most, like all through here. So you can see it's like something's rummaged up through the soil, and that's basically exactly what it is. That. And they're just leaving a mess everywhere. It's really bad down the side here where there's a lot of shade too. Doesn't get a lot of sun. Man, look. You dogs, but the annoying thing is, look at this. It's killed off a lot of areas because it's just suppressed the grass. Look at that. They really went crazy just here. And the reason I'm not a fan of that is because when you come and roll the cylinder mower over top of it, it squishes it and covers up your grass, so it just could potentially leave bare spots. Now, some of the grass is growing back through where those spots did happen, but I'm just going to pick it up right now. Easiest way to do it, just get a shovel and pick it up. That's all I can really say. So let's do it. There we go. Picked a bit up. Heaps easier to get the areas where it's a bit drier. It's a bit annoying when it's a bit wet. Anyway, that'll stop some grass dying off. I mean, if you've got longer grass, you don't need to worry about this, but shorter grass just seems to be, I don't know, it just frustrates more than anything. You could put insecticide down, but I prefer not to. I prefer just to do this. And it's only really along the fence line here and along the house and in like one or two spots, so it's not that bad at all. But I'll show you the little grub, like the little holes where they come from. I know it's slugs, because I keep seeing slugs every single morning up around the house. See all the holes everywhere where they dig out? Look at the little rats. They just leave that mud next to it, or the soil, and you kill off areas like that. And that will come back through. You can see a lot of new green growth has shot back through here, where the lighter green is. But yeah, it's just frustrating. Anyway, that's enough of that. You wouldn't want to watch me doing that for too long, so yeah, let's do something else. And the lawn's looking pretty good at the moment. Good colour still, getting some frost, but it's not doing much because we've still got some pretty warm temps. Today is 17 degrees. It was 0 degrees this morning though, so big jumps, but still getting some growth. That Knife Plus is still working really, really well. It's just awesome colour in that, man. Like, look at it. Yeah, boy. Looks good. As you can see, the lawn's growing a little bit, but not heaps. I'll give it a cut today because I'm going to give it a cut in. It'll be a week today since I last cut it. So today's Tuesday, so we'll cut it again today. We'll see how much we take it off. We'll do some measurements on how much we got there too. But it's looking pretty good. Oh, check this out. If you guys saw it end of last week's vid where I spilled a bit of fuel on the lawn. Bad spot. I'm honestly not even going to worry about that. The grass will thicken up around that and fix it up. It's tiny. Absolutely small as. But let me just show you guys. I'm just going to fix up a bare spot out the front with some seed that I grew for this reason. So look at all this extra little grass I've got here. Got some grass down in there. So I'm going to use this out the front. I'm going to transplant it. Might use this bit here because it's a bit more mature. I'm really interested to see what the roots are like actually. It's been in there for about 3 weeks. I don't think I haven't applied anything to it. It's just been growing in sand. But let's look at how the roots are, right? Oh my goodness, I think there's roots down the bottom of it. Look at that. Look at the roots on that bad boy. So they'll definitely be fine to transplant. You can even see them rooting down the bottom there. That's only been, I think it's only just been 3 weeks. Far out. And that's just water. Oh, I did hit my special mix on it once last week, but it wouldn't have made, it'd make a bit of an impact, especially with the liquid kelp, but that's just how crazy ryegrass is, guys. It just goes bananas. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm going to transplant that little patch there out of my bare spot out the front. Let's do it. It don't look very good, does it? Looks a bit nasty. Give it a couple of days though and it looks sweet. So yeah, that's about it for that. That's the preparing there. I had a few spots around the edges, as I told you guys, that I overseeded in the middle of last month. As you can see, this was a huge bare area here, which I didn't show you guys very often, but it's pretty much filled in now. A couple of spots here, but there's some more seed actually germinating, believe it or not. I don't know if you can see it, but that will till it out and really thicken up in the next couple of weeks even, so we shouldn't have any bare spots left over the yard. And there's one more bare spot just here. It's still a little bit bare, but it will fill in as well. It'll till it out, and there's a couple of little seedlings in there as well, but they're the worst parts in the yard now. Well, apart from where those silly slugs, might as well call them grubs, have been coming up and making a mess. Yeah, really happy with the yard this time of year. It's looking good. Really happy. So I've just got to weed out these garden beds. So let's just talk about that. Maybe it was about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I used that organic weed blitz slasher on my garden beds and down the back of the shed as well. So it did. Thing is, if you sprayed the whole weed, it would knock it and kill it. I gave it 2 applications, so I gave it a follow-up application as well, and it killed out most of the broadleaf weeds, the big ones that you guys saw, but I had to make sure I killed the whole weed. If I missed a spot on the weed would just come back. Like that one just there. As you can see, my garden beds do look a lot better, but there's still a few weeds throughout, so I'm just going to hand pull them today. But believe it or not, it actually killed the Kikuyu that was here. That's one thing that really did surprise me, and that was only on, I think I sprayed that twice. It did kill the Kikuyu. Some of it obviously came back, but Kikuyu, you know what it's like. It just goes bananas. But that's probably the gist of it basically. Still, you see, still a bit of winter grass there. Boom. Now this is a good example for you guys of winter grass if you don't know what winter grass is. So look at this. This is winter grass here, Opoa annua. You can see it's got these little seed heads just there. That's a good telltale sign. Sorry. That's poa, or winter grass itself. It's got sort of like a matte leaf on it. So it does look quite different to ryegrass. Ryegrass got a real shiny leaf on it. But yeah, it grows in clumps, exactly like that, and it spreads like crazy because these things seed like 1 million times a year. That's an exaggeration, but they do produce millions of seeds per year. So a couple of ways to kill it. You guys have seen my video on Power Check, which is safe for a lot of grass types. Make sure you read the label though. This time of year, if you're getting frost, don't apply something like that. Power Check isn't actually labelled for ryegrass either, so I'm not going to be using it on my rye anymore, but I don't have too much of an issue with Power in the yard now anyway. Another way to battle it though is pre-emergence, which I've talked about in the past. I forgot to do a pre-emergent video this spring, autumn, because I hadn't been putting pre-emergent down because I overseeded the yard. It's sort of the hard thing when you got cool season grass, like either do you put pre-emergent down or do you overseed, and I decided to overseed this year, but don't have a big issue with winter grass because it all mostly died off in summer last year, which you'll find it will do. But if you are trying to prevent it, especially if you're in Queensland, you've still got a tiny little window to stop it coming up. Probably a lot of it's already started to germinate, but you can still stop some of it. I'd be using something like Barricade, Embargo. They're my main go-tos. Barricade's hard to get in the 1 litres now, but you can use things like Oxa Pro as well. Still a couple of weeds here and there, but as you can see down the back here, grassy weeds came back. That's after 2 applications as well, so Gonna have to hit that with something a little bit harder than that organic weed killer. It made it all look sick and it all went brown, and then it just reshoot it again. So this is like, well, this is orchard grass, or you know, grass that you find in paddocks, because it used to be old paddocks around here, and it's just obviously in the soil under the rocks. Next season I'll make sure I put a pre-emergent down here to stop this happening. It's nasty. Yeah boy, how do you like me now? Gotcha. Let's get a mowing, hey? So let's get that done, and let's have a look at how much I'm cutting off today. I haven't measured how low I'm cutting with this swardman now, but I can definitely tell it's lower. So we'll do a couple of runs and then we'll check it. Make sure I have enough fuel today. We're good. Alright, let's get into this. Let's do it. Anything else to get about you, mate? Last little thing I do when I'm whip snipping, can you tell I've done this for a while, or edging, is I cut the sections I can't get with the whip snipper, with my wife's kitchen scissors. I mean, mate, if I could do all the edges with scissors, I would, because it gives a nice clean cut and doesn't tear up sections and you can't dig in, but you know, you can't always do that. Alrighty, well that video went on for heaps longer than I thought. Well, that day did, but I really enjoyed it actually. Really enjoyed just being outside. Started out here at about 11 o'clock and it's now 3:30, so it's been a big day. I've enjoyed it. Stripes look awesome, man. How good do those stripes look? Tell you what, that knife plus is really giving it a good kick and give it a nice green up. Let's go out the front and just have a quick squeeze. Late afternoon, tell you what, grass always looks the best. Always looks really nice. Look at that, bruh. Woohoo! So good. Anyway, I'll wrap the video up there, but thanks guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and you have a good week. Ew! What weed is that? Must be pube weed or something. How'd that even get in there? Yuck. Right, so here is the non-cut side. Wrap it up a bit. Let's get back a bit so you guys can see me. So, let's have a look. Gotta get down to the soil, get a proper measurement. Come on. Alright, so we're at about 16 mil just there. We're cutting down to 12 mil. There you go. We're at 12 mil.